Ellen Van Wyck, and welcome to my studio. I can't stress enough how important it is to start dark. You can see how far I've gotten with a pictorial illusion of my subject by adding lights. Now I'm going to see how I can further the picture by adding darks. Since I started with a pot, why don't I start putting in the darks that I see on it? I actually see myself reflected in it. Why don't I put that in, just for fun? My purple. That's what silver's all about. It reflects its environment. And since this is in a dark environment, the dark background, I have a lot of darks. Against white, it would be different. And this is why calling out my mixtures today would not be helpful unless you're going to follow my advice and say it's easier to paint subjects against the dark background. Look what it did for Rembrandt. And I should employ or introduce the red of the flowers into the silver. It's affecting it here, affecting it here, and here. When painting silver and you see an absolute mirror image of the subject in the silver, don't do it that way. I actually see this rose repeated here. But to do that, it would look like a spot. I like to introduce the color in a stroke that conforms to the rhythm of the object's anatomy. When I first put that black or off black in, it was colorless. Now I need to sparkle it by adding into the black some blue and alizarin. Never use black alone. It's a dead color. It's not a color. It's a wonderful asset to color. It helps you get tones of colors, dark tones of colors. Look what this red and phthalo blue. I even put some phthalo green in it. So I've got a colorful black. You're constantly drawing when you paint. Don't draw it all in and fill it in. Look at how darkening the background is helping to shape that rose. Why don't I put some darks in the rose too, in their little centers? Even though the leaves over there are dark green, I think that I would rather make mine, in my picture, bright green. And I'm going to clean up. I'm going to launder the white cloth now in tribute to one of my mother-in-laws. She's in heaven. And if I know her, she's cleaning the place. And now that fold is coming down. I'm sure she'd take her hand and smooth it out. Oh boy. Yeah, Mom, you're right. It does look better clean. And since I cleaned it, I have to clean this a little. From a distance, I noticed I have a chance to add more light. Oh, tiny ones, little spots. Appreciating what Sargent said, start with a broom and finish with a needle. Save all the little goodies for last. And corrections. I'd like to tell you again my mother's version of a practical way to start a problem. When I said, gee, Mom, I don't know how to cook. She said, don't worry about it, Helen. Just start on time and keep the flame low. Well, don't I paint that way? Don't I start very carefully or not making too much of a statement? Going gets a little bit more exciting as I get closer to finish. I'm going to add a little bit more reflection in this little bottom section of this. Every stage is crucial. You should do each stage as carefully as possible. More careful as you get toward the end. I hope you've enjoyed our visit with this silver coffee pot, and the next time we meet, I may teach you how to make soup.